Hey, this is Earthy Indigo, psychic medium intuitive tarot card reader. This is celebrity psychic channeling and reading for updates with Nicki Minaj, of course, Megan the Stallion, and the baddest, Trina. Click on the link in the description to book a reading. It's 3 questions for $10. Every reading over $10 is buy one get one free until October 1st. Also, phone readings are available, of course, but remember, only schedule between 6 to 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday. A lot of people were scheduling just any time, and I specifically said 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, let's jump into this reading. Now, there was a lot of drama that went on over the internet. So first foremost, the internet went wild when they saw Megan the Stallion and Nicki Minaj, do a live stream together. And then, of course, Megan the Stallion has some dope mixtapes and I think those are EPs and mixtapes. Dope mixtapes and EPs, some dope. She definitely had a hot summer for real with the song, Cash It with Baby, and then also the other song she has, which is dope, and it's popping, it's popular, and she's on her rise, and a lot of people have been promoting Megan and saying she's up next for a minute. Okay, and she, she's dope and she's beautiful, period. Now, since we're on this reading, I might as well say this, jump into it. I made a prediction on Nicki Minaj, and I said that she would be on a song with the what's the chicks from Miami? The City Girls. I said that she would be on a song with the City Girls, or there was energy around something that she would do with the City Girls. And people were in the comments like, don't nobody, they can't stand each other, yada 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 yada. I just tell y'all what come through, honey. And the song Hot Girl Summer with Megan the Stallion and also Nicki Minaj, the song was a sample used from music from the City Girls. So you see how that works? So Nicki Minaj was still on the song or in the mix with the City Girls, period, as they would say. And it's business because Megan is a hot artist, okay, on the rise. Nicki, despite where she is right now, with likability politics, she still is Nicki Minaj, and she still has a wide fan base, and she still will bring in numbers. Okay, so it was nothing for them to clear that sample. Yeah, that's bringing more notoriety back to who? The City Girls, because it's the City Girls song they sampled. Still by way of Nicki Minaj was on the song with the City Girls. I predicted it. Go listen if you want to. One of those Nicki Minaj videos. Anyway, I also predicted that by the winter that we would hear about her and her boo getting engaged or getting married and getting the license, and then comes the wedding, and that we would hear about all that. All that happened. She let it be known on Queen Radio, and then not only that, she said we're gonna be married by the winter or the fall or the spring or something like that. But go listen to the reading, and then you can listen to what Nicki said on Queen Radio, and it matches. And I made that prediction months before she announced it or said anything. Anyhow, back to Nicki and Megan. Alright, and then later on. But before Nicki and Megan had a song, of course, Trina and Nicki had a song, Baps, which was a nice ditty. It was a nice. I like Baps more than I like Hot Girl Summer, and I like all three artists, but I enjoy Baps more than Hot Girl Summer. With the hype up behind Hot Girl Summer, it was way more hyped up than what the song did. Like, I would have liked somewhere the beat knocked a little bit, maybe some a little bit more street. And that song was very trendy, hippish, popish kind of a thing. With Megan, you like how that bass hit, that southern, that Houston kind of, the slowness to the beat, but the long bass line kind of an energy for Megan. And with Nicki, we know it's fast, it's New York, it's street. So, they put them on a popish kind of a song to kind of level it out. But I liked the Baps more than I liked Hot Girl Summer. But Trina did it first. She was one of the originals of the Southern, that Southern talk. Not Southern talk, excuse me. That slick shit. Okay? She was the originator. She birthed the City Girls. Period. She's the City Girls' mother. All right, so let's jump into this though. Reading. All right, so Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Was the energy between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion authentic? We all saw the live stream. We all saw the live stream. Of course, Megan was, because if you grew up, I'm not that much younger than Nicki Minaj. So I can't say I grew up listening to Nicki Minaj. No, she's only a few years older than me. But I can understand how Megan, would have felt, because she did grow up. She's like more than 10 years younger than me. Or no, close to 10 years. She's close to a decade younger than me. So I can see how Megan could say, yeah, I grew up listening to Nicki, and and how she could fangirl out a little bit. But you can see on the live stream there was some, some tense moments. There was some tense moments on the live stream, like when when Megan asked her to get on the song. It was like, you can see the uncomfortability in Nicki, yet it's like, okay, I'm growing here. I'm learning here. I'm growing in my spirituality. I'm growing in who I am as a woman, as a human. It's like, do I really want to do this? But I'm growing. She is a hot new artist. She does have a wave. I am Nicki, but it wouldn't look bad and it wouldn't be bad. It's turning over a new leaf, okay? But you could see the uncomfortability in Nicki during the live stream when Megan asked her, would you be on the song? Also, afterwards, when Megan said, I'm working on an album, I'm working on my album, my debut album. Nicki said, oh, you could see the uncomfortability, and you could see, she was like, oh, when are you dropping? When is it? And Megan was not dumb. She's not a dumb. She says, oh, we don't have a release date yet. We're not playing those games. That could have, she could feel the energy of like, I'm not about to get snaked here, So, but was the energy between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion authentic? I got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Also connected to the Nine of Wands upright. The Six of Pentacles in reverse connected to the Nine of Wands upright. Now the Nine of Wands, we know, can be connected to, I feel like I'm close to danger. or I feel like this is, you know how you're talking to someone, you're keeping it cute and you're keeping it copacetic, because you know out of it can come growth or more prosperity, or out of it, you know, it is worth it to do. But you like, I want this to be over, this whole situation, not just the live stream, but even when they met to do the video. I want this to be over. I want this. You see, the video still ain't dropped. You see, the video still ain't dropped. Single been out, but the single been out, but the video ain't dropped. Y'all see that, okay? But when it's Nine of Wands, back to the point, is when you can be close to something that's dangerous. The Nine of Wands can also, and having the knowingness and the instinct to know that I'm close to something, or I'm in a situation, I'm involved with something, or a person that may not have the best intentions, because they're battling their own shit. And it's like, I don't want to get caught up or wrapped up in that energy. Because we know that Nicki is Nicki, but she's growing. She is growing, but she's still, you know, battling in the spirit of her own demons and things she's going through. I told you in the Nicki video that she's going through the dark night of the soul, which is not easy. So you're confronted with, constantly confronted with your demons, and you're constantly confronted with other people's demons, and you're constantly what would seem like being attacked, and you want to defend yourself and fight for yourself, and you feel like everyone is out to get you or against you, and a lot of them are, okay? But Nicki, in working with Megan, is like looking into, you know, the mirror, or looking into a hourglass or a sand glass kind of a thing. But anyway, Megan could still feel, you know, let me keep it cute, let me keep it, you know, copacetic, be nice. But the Nine of Wands could be connected to doubt and fear running through one's mind. And that's both Nicki and Megan, okay? The Nine of Wands, doubt and fear running through the mind. For Nicki, doubt and fear, I'm looking at my youth. I'm looking at how far I've come, but I'm looking at the hourglass. Wow, all that chapter, it's okay, Nicki, for a chapter to be over and new chapters to begin. It's uncomfortable when your spirit is growing, and when you're growing, and when you're graduating to a next, you know, area of life. You have to do all new things, because all that is old. You rock the arenas and the stadiums. You sold out shows. You were the young, you know, hip, trendy it girl. She still is beautiful and very youthful, but rap game is a young woman's sport in that industry. And you're up 100 million. There's nothing left to hold on to, and you know, she had to come to grips with that. There's nothing left for her to hold on to. You've done it all, dear. And now it's time to go do new and more, bigger and better things. Sagittarius, Jupiter rule. Okay? Now the fear with Megan is that I can feel her still gripping with things and looking at me in an envious way, but not envious because of her beauty, but envious because of what she represents. You represent the future, Aquarius, Megan. And that's true. Aquarius represents the future. You represent the future. You represent, you know, what's new and what's next. You represent what's next up. And, you know, Nicki looking at her, you know, like that. So she could feel the uncomfortability. You know, she could feel there's doubt and fear running through the mind. The Nine of Wands. Okay, this person may do something to kind of make me trip and stumble a bit. Okay? If I get too close. I know not to get too close because they're gripping and battling in something, and I don't want to be a victim of that. Okay? And then I got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles, like I said, did they really want to work together, be around one another? Initially, you know, Megan, of course. But after being in the energy You know, the Six of Pentacles in reverse is, you know, the Six of Pentacles normally represent prosperity, growth, and generosity. From their connection, was there growth? Yes. Was there prosperity? Yes. Nicki got to ride the wave of the next up, and Megan got to connect with the big fan base, the 200 million or 100 million followers or whomever that Nicki has. I mean, it was a power move, but the card being in reverse, it didn't reap or it didn't sow as anticipated their connection. Okay, what happened between Megan and Nicki where Megan didn't come on Queen Radio? What happened between Megan and Nicki to where Megan did not come on Queen Radio? I got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, like there was a connection to some sort of family issue or family first or family obligations first. It's a connection to Megan and family or home team. Something to do with Megan, home team, and of course protecting her energy. She could feel, hey, this lady is battling in some stuff. I still can admire her work, but I'm not going to get too close because she's not going to disrespect me and talk crazy to me on her platform with all her security and, you know, all her things and everything there, cut my mic, make me look some type of way and embarrass me up there. She's not going to, because her security and everybody up there be, you know, and Megan is a tall, big girl. She might be able to, you know, slip a punch in or two, but she felt like it wouldn't be a good look. Or what comes through with the Four of Pentacles, family and home team first, family advice, home advice, business, her family, her home team advice. Hey, not a good idea to go up there because she may, you know, make you look some type of way. This in front of all of her listeners, which, you know, you guys share a similar audience, and it wouldn't, you know, she may slip and say do, and you can't operate how you want to operate because you're under her umbrella in her arena. You feel me? Kind of like when your mother tell you, don't go back down there. Don't go over there. Not right now. And then the Four of Pentacles is also connected to possession and control. Okay? And we know that Megan is an Aquarius. You're not going to control her, what she can say, how she can operate. She's not going to play second fiddle. We can be teammates. We can be running mates. You know, it can go back and forth as far as, you know, in a courteous, you know, way. But you could also see when they were doing the video shoot that they were fighting for who is, you know, they were doing this competitive thing, like put the stallions and put unicorns and, you know, all of that. It was unnecessary competitive nature. When it's, hey, it should have just been, hey, we're here, we're cute, we're shooting a video, yo, 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 yo. It would have been, you know. And then the Four of Pentacles is possession and control. We also saw where Nicki didn't want to have the boat driven on her. You feel me? She didn't want Megan to be her captain or the captain driving the boat, which it would make it look like Nicki, you know, people, the subliminal power plays. It would make it look like Nicki is passing the baton, or I allowed a younger upcoming rapper to have power or control over me. I play the submissive, you know. So anyway, the Four of Pentacles is possession and control, and it is in reverse. So Megan also wasn't gonna allow someone to have control over what she could say, what she could do, and how she could move and operate within the dwelling for the home, and it would be Nicki's home. Okay. All right, now Nicki and Megan alluded to having interaction. You know, oh, my husband was in the next room, so, you know, that's what, you know, Nicki said. Like, now Nicki has said before that, you know, back in the day or earlier on, that she was, you know, bisexual or lesbian, or, you know, or she's been with girls, period, flat out. And they alluded to during the video that they had some sort of interaction. Did Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion have any sexual interaction? Did Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion have any kind of sexual interaction? No. I got the Three of Swords. It was joking. It was cute. It was for the camera. They may have flashed each other, oh, let me see yours, let me see yours, kind of a thing. But Three of Swords, no. Okay. Now, Nicki Minaj. Well, will Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion work together again? Because of obligations with, I got the two of swords. Like it's not comfortable. It's not something that, you know, wants to be done, other than posting on, you know, Instagram when the video drops. You know, it doesn't feel like either of them want to, other than posting when the video drops. I got the Two of Swords blocked, which connects to a blockage, a stalemate, no progression forward with a relationship. And then it's also connected to the Magician card, which could represent commerce, business. No, other than promoting when the video drops. Will the video drop? Will the Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj video drop? Will the Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj video drop? Oh, I got the Hangman. Like it's gonna be a while, or there's arguments over it. It's some icky energy around that video. I don't have a doubt that it will drop, okay? But there is a lot of icky energy around the video and the direction and how ones were made to look. I got the Hangman. I'll just say that around the video, like it's being stalled right now, because it should have been dropped. That should have been out. All right, Nicki Minaj and Trina. Is there beef between Nicki Minaj and Trina? We saw what happened between Nicki Minaj and Trina, and how Trina's camp came out speaking. And then Trina later released a statement, and we have to go by what she said, period. Okay? But she released a statement. Nicki was saying on Cream Radio how, you know, Trina's team was mad at her releasing and saying things. Of course, we saw Bobby Lights. I like Bobby Lights a lot, his personality. We saw Bobby Lights, you know, he did an Instagram live video, you know, speaking his piece. And yeah, so is there still, or is there bad blood between Nicki and Trina? I got the Strength card connected to Leo. Like there's still a lot of respect and admiration between them two. Now this is something I want to point out. Nicki has been on top and in the game for over a decade. Before Nicki, of course, there was Trina, and Trina was the baddest. Not to say, but you know, rap and music and female rapping, it kind of wasn't, it was at a standstill in a sense before Nicki came into the picture. It was female rap was at a standstill. We never, like I said, seen the type of lyricism, and we had never seen the type of lyricism and wrapped in a sexy package and, you know, made perfect for. She came in at the perfect time for her, period. It worked Great. She's dope. Top of her game. I agree with Nicki when she says there's no other female rapper fucking with her as far as rap in a feminine package, period. Lyrically. But still other female rappers in the game represent what they represent, and we like them and we admire and love them too for what they contribute. Trina was first, okay, and she led the way and knocked down doors for, said, a Nicki, okay. And of course, Lil Kim, of course, knocked down doors, said for a Nicki. And Lil Kim knocked down doors and said for, you know, a Trina and other rappers. Lil Kim made it okay to be sexy and rap. And rap about, you know, and be sexy. She did. Period. And period. But anyway, I got the strength card between Nicki and Trina, that there's still admiration and respect. But to get to the point of what I was trying to say, years and 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 years that Nicki has been in the game, there should have been a song between Trina and Nicki. Even at Trina, when Nicki was at her height, it should have been a song between Trina and Nicki, just to pay homage to who came before you. Period. We you know what I mean? If it was no bad energy and there's no selfishness, but that's why I said Nicki is coming to her own and her spirit is growing, because there should have been a song between them. Even if Trina was just on the album. Yeah, I'm up here. I'm here. I'm on top, but you can't stand at the top alone. And you can't it would have been nothing for Nicki to reach out when she was not at her worst, but at her best. And I'm talking about as far as fanfare. It would have been nothing for Nicki to reach out to Trina or Camp and just say, hey, you know, do a verse, you know, a little something, you know, speak on a song, speak on a track or something, you know. And that would have shed some light or poured some drip back in Trina's direction. Not that Trina is lowly or no shit like that. Trina's a queen. But I'm saying it would have been a little, you would have poured something back in her direction. You'd have filled her cup too. You know, if you saying that Trina has showed you so much love. Now, here's the thing, and Nicki has showed you so much love. If it's real love, then we'll help build one another, and not when you're in the glare of the public scrutiny, but when you are on top, you know. But anyway, I got the strength card between them. Like, there's still respect there. Now, Trina dated Meek Mill back in the day, okay, and we all know Nicki Minaj was in a relationship with Meek Mill. So, and girls are girls, and girls will be catty, no matter how much they say, hey, you know, that's not a problem, I know you F with him, blah 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 blah. You know, girls are catty. So, was the problem, or one of the major reasons Trina and Nicki didn't work together earlier on, even before Meek though, Nicki and Trina should have been on a song. But anyway, was it Trina's past interactions with Meek Mill that had Nicki Minaj feeling some type of way? Interesting enough, I'm getting the energy of a no. I'm just getting a selfish energy. I'm just getting a selfish kind of an energy. But people grow. Did Trina tell her team or make it okay for her team to release those messages to the public? I got the judgment card, which is connected to Trina being fair. No, she didn't. That was them on their own, like she said. Was it really the financial aspect as to why Nicki didn't do the video with Trina? I got the Eight of Swords in reverse for that. Excuse me, not the Eight of Swords. Boom, the Nine of Swords. Which is one of the darkest cards in the deck. It also can represent turning to others for help. And it's also in reverse, the Eight of Swords. Did Nicki not do the video because of the finances? Also, the Nine of Swords can refer to time. I'm getting energy around timing. Timing. So money and timing, but more so it was the energy of timing that comes through. I'm getting, and I'm seeing a clock. Timing is what comes through with that. Timing. Okay. Will Trina and Nicki Minaj ever work together again? I got the Five of Wands. Like, there's opportunity there. There's opportunity there. And I'm also seeing where they're talking. A phone conversation. Speaking, communication. Like, there's opportunity there. I'm predicting it now. This just came through. Nicki Minaj is going to do Drink Champs with Noriega. Drink Champs with Noriega around the time for her album. And Trina is going to walk through or come through. That's the energy. And that's what just came through. And it feels like a few female rappers is going to come and walk through or come through. Here's something else I wanted to say. If you go back and listen to my T.I. and Tiny video from a long time ago, I predicted that there would be this show on VH1 where they're on a boat traveling around the world. Okay, these young women. And you know who it was? I predicted it on the Tiny and T.I. video. But VH1 did come out with the show, but it was chilly, and I said there was an energy of like it's chilly, it's Little Kim, it's V Simone, it's Maya, on this boat, and they're traveling like looking for love or something on a boat, friends and girlfriends traveling around the world, you know. And I said that on the Tiny and T.I. Celebrity Psychic reading. And I believe that the production team or Tiny or somebody kind of had some kind of production credits on it. But I predicted that on the Tiny and T.I. video. Now, Tiny wasn't on it, but I caught wind or heard that Tiny was offered the opportunity. But she couldn't, of course, she couldn't do it because she's not divorced or did not divorce T.I. Okay, you could also listen to that in the reading. So Tiny couldn't do it, but I predicted that show, and the show came out. Okay, and the idea was mulled over and pitched to Tiny too. And if it's like she has some kind of interaction with it, her production camp or whatever. So just if you go back and listen, and then on VH1 it did come out. All right, so. And you know, it would be trivial to ask, is there jealousy between the ladies? It's difficult to not be. First of all, let me explain something. Jealousy is a survival instinct. We're at our core, we're animals. We play the role of, I mean, we are humans, but we're still animals. Jealousy is a survival instinct. We have elevated to the point where we're able to control it, okay, and we know when it's necessary, we know when we're wrong, we know not what not to do. You can use it as a motivator. You can look at people and be inspirational, but you can look at people and let what they're doing be an inspiration, but that still doesn't make you not feel a tinge of, damn, I wish I had them titties, or damn, you know. But that don't mean you gotta knock her or knock the person or bring them down. That's when it's dangerous, and we're not in that age. We're not cave people anymore, okay, or anything like that. We're supposed to be civil. You know, we can be civil enough to say, hey, this is what they're doing. I can swing it and tweak it and do it my way and do the best that I can with what I have. But jealousy is a survival instinct, okay? People have jealousy, and it's a survival instinct. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it. You feel like someone is taking your resources or something of yours that would contribute to your life and improve what you do. Is jealousy a resource? Kind of like if we were in the jungle and it was just this ham hock or this big bone or whatever, and I want the bone and you want the bone, and it's just enough for you or it's just enough for me. You know, it's just about jealousy. I want that bone. You know, it's a survival instinct kind of a thing. Okay, quickly, we'll jump into their astral teas and wrap it up. All right. All right, let's ask something really quick for the tarot, though. What does the future look like for Megan Thee Stallion in the rap industry? What are some big things coming up for Megan Thee Stallion? We know that she lost her mom. No opposition in her way. Two of Swords in reverse. Wow, no opposition in her way, but a lot of people will be coming at her and attacking her. And she's a cool chick. It seems like she's a cool chick, but I'm getting some energy in a wave of attacking. I got the Two of Swords in reverse. No weapons against her shall prosper. Okay? They won't work. It won't work. But she does have people that will try to come at and attack her. And it feels like it's quite soon. I got the Eight of Swords, which is someone who's surrounded by obstacles and threats. So this group of females is going to come at her. And then also I have the Seven of Swords, which is someone or people acting out of their own self-interest. It could also be a bad deal made on Megan's part, because it feels like it's kind of a business thing, like a bad deal, or getting wrapped up in a bad record deal, or getting wrapped up with some people in a bad way, and it's like I feel trapped here. I want out, and it feels like they're gonna have people try to attack her, or not physically, but verbally, or record beef. People trying to attack, and it feels like lawyers and all kinds of shit. Like she might be in a bad deal, guys, some kind of a bad record deal or something that she's trying to get up and out of, guys. That comes through. But no weapon against her shall prosper. That's what I'll say, because the Two of Swords was in reverse. Like it's not gonna work. What is up next for Trina? What's up next for Trina? I got the Nine of Cups upright, family. I'm getting energy around Trina and marriage, and I'm getting energy around Trina and adoption, or a surrogate pregnancy around Trina. And Nicki, what's up next around Nicki Minaj? What's up next around Nicki Minaj? What's up next around Nicki Minaj? I got the Seven of Wands for Nicki. Her relationship, 7, is up next and it's playing an important role in her life. Courage, what she's going to go through and what she's going through right now is going to take a lot of courage and support. But she's still, basically she's still, the 7 of Wands, she's still in a period of time where she's not receiving a lot of support from people in the industry. You know, still it's the energy of maybe fighting anxiety and fighting some things, still fighting. And she's still in a period of time where she's getting up and over. Now I will say, when Pluto enters Aquarius, she'll feel better. Pluto right now is still in Capricorn. Okay, so she's still going through the dark night of the soul. And when Pluto enters Aquarius, which will be her first house, that will be her. And so from now, Nicki is still in an uphill battle. Okay, and she's right now gaining momentum, gaining her strength. You know, she's the fiance, the marriage is coming up, the baby is coming up. But she won't grab hold of her power regain all of her strength and power again until Pluto enters her first house, which is Aquarius. And when Pluto enters Aquarius in 2024, so in 2024, by 2024, the tides will have turned again, and she'll be comfortable and happy within herself because she'll have her power back. Pluto in the first house. But she definitely learned all of her lessons while Pluto transited through her 12th. All right, now, quick astro tease. Just a quick astro tease and you know, Megan Thee Stallion, Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Leo. Okay, so she has the Sun opposed the Moon in Leo, where there is this hunger. Well, that's why she has fame. Aquarian energy is, like I said, you gain a cult-like following, and it's through friendship, and it's through motivating others and being a part of the group. Aquarian energy. And you see she came up through popularity through social media and also through her parties. Like, hey friend, if you notice that with Aquarian energy, which is all about the group and friendships, and what did she do? She threw parties and she's called everybody her best friend. That's the Aquarian thing. Hey best friend, come to the party, you know. But she still is the leader, the captain. I'm the captain of the ship, Leo. Okay. Moon opposed the Sun in Aquarius. Okay. But she has confidence for days when you have the Moon in Leo and the Sun in Aquarius opposing the Moon in Leo. Don't know the houses, but she has confidence, and that's also why she's tall. All right. Then she also has her Mercury in Aquarius. Okay, so she's smart cookie. Mercury in Aquarius. We know Aquarius is genius level intelligence, and she's always promoting education. She also has her Venus. She has Venus in Capricorn, 11 degrees. So when she gets into a relationship, it's about, it's about business. Oh, she does have a relationship with a rapper, doesn't she? I'm not sure. I don't remember the rapper's name, but I know she's in a relationship with a rapper. Will the relationship with Megan Thee Stallion and the rapper be successful? No. I got the Lover's card in reverse connected to the Seven of Cups. It's filling her heart now. So, and Aquarius is very independent, but she did just lose her mother, okay? It's filling the space now. It's filling the void now. But I got the Lover's card in reverse. No, it won't. And she has Venus in Capricorn, which is about business and getting with someone for business. It has to make sense. We got to make money. We got to be building together. You have to have something to build, And it's like he got too many problems and shit. is the energy that's coming through to me. Um, She also has Venus and Capricorn sextile in her Saturn, so she is serious when it comes to love and not easily disillusioned. It's just that right when it comes to it, you can hear that through her lyrics, like I'm in charge, and she's not easily disillusioned when it comes to love and relationships. It's just right now she lost her mother. That's a lot. And then she's still working it in the industry. She also has Pluto in Sagittarius and Jupiter in Sagittarius, not conjunct, but they are close enough. So Pluto conjunct Jupiter in Sagittarius, which is why another reason why her and Nicki would not have been able to get along long term, because Nicki herself is a Sagittarius, and for Megan to have Pluto in Sagittarius, it gives Megan control, and it gives Megan power, and it may not have felt good for Nicki. It would have really made Nicki realize, especially with her going through that 12th house shit and Pluto, her recognizing that she doesn't have the same control and power that she did, and for Megan to be as strong as she is in her voice, in her strength, in her height, it represents and exude power, and it would be power over Nicki, and Nicki wasn't going for the shit. All right, and that's just a little bit of taste of that. Trina is a full-on Sagittarius, and she has her Uranus exalted in Scorpio. Okay, and her Venus is also in Scorpio. Uranus exalted in Scorpio is someone who understands business and someone who understands the motives of others and can see what you're doing from a mile away. It's exalted in Scorpio. Scorpio is deep feeling, but it's also very street smart. So she knows what's going on. She knows how to move and operate, as you can see with Trina, with crowds, with people, so that she always benefits and stays afloat and gets what she needs and wants for her survival, which is Scorpio. I will survive. And it's just strong and good survival instincts within this industry and business. That's why she's been able to stick and stay around for so long. She also has a full-on Sagittarius with the Sun, Mercury, Neptune, and Mars in Sagittarius, with a lot of conjunctions to Nicki Minaj's planetary placements in Sagittarius. Like literally, I think they have the Sun. Okay, her Mercury is conjunct Nicki's Sun. It's just a lot of tight conjunctions. Sometimes when you have a lot of tight conjunctions with Sun, Mars, Mercury, this, and then her Mars, Trina's Mars is conjunct Nicki's Venus, and her Sun and her dark moon Lilith. So when you have a lot of tight conjunctions, sometimes with people, it can be a lot of friction, and it can be a lot of competition, feeling like and they are in verbal, like competition. You can feel this energy, whether we never say it, whether we get along. I still can admire what you do, you admire what I do, but like I said, it's survival instincts and competition, and tight conjunctions can make people uncomfortable. Also, Trina's moon is in Capricorn at 27 degrees, which falls into Nicki's 12th house, but it still conjuncts Nicki's ascendant, okay? And it also conjuncts Nicki's Mars. So Trina and Nicki have a Moon-Mars conjunction, which is two women who, they can tolerate each other, but they really don't get along. They can get along for the face of it, for the business, but two women who might not necessarily be that fond of one another. Like two people who we should like each other, and there are some times when we can get along, but we rub each other the wrong way. You come around, you kind of irritate me just a little bit. Something about you irritates the fuck out of me, like that. Kind of irritating, a little obnoxious energy between them both. So yeah, I mean, we love and celebrate them all and what they do, but everybody just don't get along, and that's life as it is. It is what it is. But it's funny that Trina's moon conjuncts Nicki's Mars, yet Nicki's moon in Virgo trines exactly to the T Trina's moon. in Capricorn. So her moon is in Virgo, 27 degrees, Nicki. And Trina's moon is in Capricorn, 27 degrees. So Trina could rub Nicki the wrong way because Trina's moon falls in Nicki's 12th house, conjunct her Mars, okay, and her ascendant. He rubs her wrong. And yet Nicki's moon, which she has an 8th house moon, so she is very perceptive and psychic, and she could also be one who feels like she hears voices, and especially with the moon in the 8th house, you know, being connected to the other side. So, and there can be paranoias and fears, and you know, hypochondria with that. And I'm not a doctor, not a medical professional, or anything like that, but it does try Trina's moon in Capricorn, where Trina will want to build. Hey, fuck all that. Let's build some shit, you know. And then Trina is her elder, because Trina's north node is 23 degrees of Virgo, and her Saturn is also in Virgo at 13 degrees, not quite conjunct or close. Oh wow, her Saturn is conjunct Nicki Minaj's vertex, which is fated events, but it's Saturn, so it's fated lessons that comes by way of Trina to Nicki, which is what happened publicly, and it was broadcast to everyone what happened. Fated events, lessons, Mercury, communication, expression, blogging, Virgo, getting, you know, can be also be getting a message out. Saturn, hard lessons, a hard lesson learned with the Saturn conjunct the vertex, Nicki's vertex directly at 13 degrees, Trina's Saturn at 13 degrees, and then the moon, Nicki's moon is 27 degrees with the north node, Trina's north node at 23 degrees. So the north node conjunct Nicki's moon in the 8th house. Now, part of that could be jealousy and tension. The other part is we're meant to work together in some form and capacity, and do so on a public forum, the moon, which can be, you know, publicity and blogging. Well, the moon could be publicity and fame, and they did, but it was uncomfortable and icky in a sense, and you know, tension, because it's 8th house, it's 12th house, shit. All right. I'm Murthy Indigo, psychic, medium, intuitive, tarot card reader, astrologer. Click on the link in the description to book a reading. 3 questions, $10. Every reading over $10. Buy one, get one free. Phone readings only scheduled between 6 and 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday. Bye.